You think you chose who you love. The eyes across a crowded room. The spark you could never quite explain. The strange certainty that this person, out of billions, was somehow meant for you. It feels like the freest choice you'll ever make. After all, love is the one part of life we swear could never be reduced to a formula. But a wave of research tells a quieter, stranger story. Much of that choice was made for you, by forces you never saw. Forces with names, and numbers, and decades of evidence behind them. There are 5. They quietly shape who you're drawn to, why you stay, and why, long after it's over, you still can't quite let go. By the end of this, you may never see your own relationships the same way again. Force 1. The mirror, not the opposite. There's an idea so common we almost never question it. That opposites attract. The shy one and the loud one. The dreamer and the realist. It's a beautiful story. And it's mostly wrong. Researchers combined studies of millions of couples, comparing partners across 22 separate traits. And almost everywhere they looked, partners weren't opposites at all. They were alike. At the very top of the list sat political values and religious belief, with correlations around 0.58. Then education, intelligence, even whether or not they smoked. Personality, the thing we obsess over most, barely mattered at all. We don't fall for our opposite. We fall for our mirror. And it makes a quiet kind of sense. Someone who shares your values rarely forces you to defend who you are. They simply agree. And deep down, being agreed with feels almost exactly like being understood. Force 2. When looks stop mattering. Alright, but surely looks still rule everything? Walk into any party, and the most attractive people seem to pair off with each other. And among strangers, that's roughly true. When we judge someone fast, with no history, we match by the surface, by looks. But then psychologists followed 167 couples, and found a crack in the rule. They measured how attractive each partner was, and how long the two had known each other before they ever started dating. For couples who got together soon after meeting, the looks matched closely. But the longer two people had known each other first, as friends, as classmates, as co-workers, the weaker that match became. After roughly 9 months of acquaintance, attractiveness stopped predicting who ended up together at all. Because when you truly know someone, their face stops being a rating. It becomes a record of every moment you shared. The person who wasn't your type slowly becomes the only type that matters. Familiarity doesn't just breed comfort. It rewrites attraction itself. It is the quiet science behind a story you already know. The slow burn friendship that, one ordinary day, becomes something more. Force 3. There is no perfect partner. So we build a checklist. Kind, funny, smart, driven, attractive. The perfect partner, we tell ourselves, is out there. We just have to find the right combination of traits. But here's what the science keeps running into. A person's traits predict attraction powerfully, at the very beginning, when they're still a stranger. Once you're actually in a relationship, those same traits predict your happiness only weakly. What predicts a good relationship isn't the list of qualities. It's the fit between two specific people. Psychologists find this relationship-specific bond is far larger than any matching of traits. It isn't that your partner is warm or capable in the abstract. It's that they're warm and capable with you in the small, daily friction of a shared life. The very same person can be the wrong fit for one heart and the love of another life. Which means the perfect partner isn't a person you discover. Compatibility isn't found. It's built, slowly, between you. It is why the couple who looked flawless on paper can quietly drift apart, while an unlikely pair simply works. Force 4. The chemistry of comfort. And love isn't only a story in the mind. It's a state in the body. Consider one strange little experiment. Women were put under stress, then given a t-shirt to smell. Their partners, strangers, or one no one had ever worn. The ones who breathed in their partner's scent calmed down the fastest, their stress falling from around 55% down to 20%. A stranger's scent did the opposite. It made the stress worse. A familiar smell speaks to a part of us older than language. Without a single word, it says, "You're safe here." It's part of why distance aches in the body, and why the right person doesn't only feel exciting, they feel like home. It is why a worn hoodie left behind can undo you, long after the person who wore it is gone. Force 5. Why we cannot let go. Which brings us to the hardest force of all. What happens when it ends? We imagine heartbreak as a wound that slowly closes. A few painful months, and you move on. The data is far less kind. Researchers tracked how people's attachment to an ex actually changed across years. For the average person, that bond takes around 4 years just to fade to half its strength. Starting a new relationship speeds it up. Staying in contact keeps it quietly alive. Which is why no contact isn't cruelty. It's how the mind finally heals. We are taught to chase closure, one final talk that ends it cleanly. But closure is mostly a myth. Time, distance, and new bonds do the quiet work instead. We are taught to chase closure, one final conversation that ends it cleanly. But closure is mostly a myth. Time, distance, and new bonds do the quiet work instead. And for some, the bond never fully dies. A faint attachment carried, half forgotten, for decades. The same force that pulled you together is the one that makes letting go so painfully slow. So step back, and look at all 5 at once. Similarity, time, fit, comfort, and the long memory of the heart. Notice what none of them is. None of them is the lightning bolt, the destiny, the love at first sight our films and our songs are built around. Love still feels like magic, but underneath the magic runs a quiet machinery. Who happens to be near us, who reflects us back to ourselves, who we slowly, patiently, build a rhythm with. And maybe that's not less romantic. Maybe it's more. It means the spark was never the whole story. The story is what you choose to do, every ordinary day, after the spark fades. Because it means love was never something you simply fell into. It's something you take part in building. Maybe the real question was never, who is my perfect match? Maybe it's this, who am I willing to truly know, and to become a mirror, and a home, for? That's the hidden architecture of who we love. If it changed the way you see it, subscribe. There's a whole codex of it here. And I'll see you in the next deep dive.